So this video is just showing me applying these cheeks and lip fillers. Augmentation, Alexis Stone, one of my absolute makeup idols, is amazing. Yeah, so these pieces were a project of his, and they was from MFX Warehouse. Such beautiful, amazing prosthetics. I highly recommend them.
So those are the stunning silicone prosthetics from MFX Warehouse. And some of the kit I was using. Starting with clean skin, I use a toner to remove any excess oil, and then I go in with the Cryolin barrier. This is to protect my skin for the adhesive to be on and then removal, just to try not make it sore. So then I start looking at the prosthetic and where it needs positioning. It was quite difficult to get these symmetrical. When I look at the end, it definitely wasn't symmetrical, but I tried my best. So using silky thin down, I apply it using this brush, kind of a few stripes in the main area, and I do the same on the prosthetic. So then looking where I'm going to position, and then when I'm confident, I press it in place. So I work in that area, kind of like the main top of the kind of cheekbone area, and then I work my way outwards of the whole prosthetic, applying the glue on the skin and around the area on the prosthetic, because it works better on the piece and the skin. So I'm trying to be gentle with this. I don't want to tear any edges. Kind of going slowly. I know it's obviously speeded up on the video, but it's best to work slowly. And then when I'm happy with it, everything stuck down, I'm using IPA on a thin brush, and I'm going around the edges to dissolve the edges away, the cap plastic. And these melt away absolutely beautiful. I really can't praise these prosthetics enough. They make the job a lot easier. So then I do the same on the opposite side, kind of doing the 3 stripes on the piece and the skin, working my way outwards, slowly and steadily. These prosthetics obviously wasn't made for me, so some creasing did happen around the eyes and near the lip area. And I had a little bit of issue on the under eye of that eye that you can see at the moment. So I added some Prosade cream to begin with, just on that area. And then going around with a cotton bud, trying to reduce any of the plastic edges. And then again, going in with some Prosade cream on any areas that I felt needed it. So now lining up the lips, I do the same thing, working from the middle outwards of the prosthetic, pressing in place, making sure all the edges are stuck down before going in with IPA and the brush again to melt away any edges. When I'm melting away the edges of the lips, I had to be careful that I'm overlapping onto the cheeks, because I didn't want the IPA to affect anything of the cheeks and the cap plastic on the cheeks. So I had to be really careful when we're removing these edges here. And then same with the bottom lip. So I went in with some powder quite quick with the lips, because obviously it's around a wet area. Obviously I'll get my condensation from my mouth and any drooling or anything. So I wanted to powder quite quick, and then I powdered all over to mattify any glue and adhesive. So then it's time to go in with some paints, and I'm using the FX palette and the Life palette, Skin Illustrators. And on my lips, I just dabbled a few variety colours, prime red and a bruised tone and an orange tone. And then similar colours with the skin blending actually. And then I also splashed on some dusty rose and also a pale colour to try and blend it with my skin as much as possible. And there we had it for the skin matching. I absolutely love the lips. I would actually be happy with those lips. And it was quite funny to eat and talking. I didn't dare stretch my mouth too much because obviously it can affect the prosthetic around the mouth. I just thought I'd include that eating clip because I thought it was funny. So I thought I'd just add some makeup to this, and I started to layer up some Temp 2 airbrush and then did a quick kind of drag-ish makeup and whacked on a wig. And I became something like that. And it was really funny. Kind of a mix between Cher and Pete Burns. So here's a bit of a removal. I'm using Neil's removal. It's absolutely amazing product. It really did the job. Better than Pro Clean in my opinion. Obviously just work away a little bit at a time using the brush.
Okay,
I thought this was absolutely hilarious. Look, my face was melting. Yeah, there was hardly any residue left with this cleanser. It was really good. And then I just gave it a good massage into my skin after and got rid of most of the remaining glue and cat plastic. Oh, by the way, Alex Stone shared my work, the Alexis Stone, sorry. I was so really pleased with that. So happy with that. That he noticed my work. Thank you very much.